Well, we're going to go through the whole process, but the point of that is I want you to remember that you're in business. Okay? If you write an ebook to start to market it, if you create a piece of software, if you do an audio, you're in business. Approach it as a business, okay? The mistake a lot of people make is they'll get into this, they'll start making money, they will just not, though they'll ignore the business side of it, and before you know it, they're belly up, okay? Very easy to do. So this is the process that we're going to talk about. I'm going to hit these one by one. Very first thing you want to do is identify a hungry market. I always say you look for a hungry pond of fish and then you figure out what bait to use. Okay? You don't go digging worms and then go finding fish that are going to like your kind of worms. Not the best way to do it. You've got to find out what they're hungry for. You're going to identify and analyze the competition. Again, stuff we've already heard. Great points. Conceptualize the product. Create the product. Create the collateral materials. Develop a marketing plan. Product launch. And then, as Matthew said, rinse and repeat. Okay? We're going to go through this one at a time. Okay? First thing, find a hungry market and your product second. Why do you want to go to the market first? Why not just create a product that you think is really cool and try to sell it? Anyone? It may not sell. You may be the only person that thinks that product is really cool. Entrepreneurs have a tendency to fall in love with their products. They become their babies, and sometimes they're ugly babies. I do entrepreneurial consulting, and I've had to tell some people, that's an ugly baby. Okay? But they get attached to it. So what you want to do is, instead of creating the product first, you want to validate that there's a market for that product. You want to find that pond of hungry fish. Okay? If you've got an idea for a product, that's great. But before you put any time and effort into actually creating the product, go out and do the market research. Go out and make sure that pond of hungry fish is there. Never put a dime into product creation until you're sure there's a market that'll give you $1 for every dime you spend. Okay, who thinks this sounds really hard to do? Really isn't. Very simple to do. Thanks to the internet, doing market research is so simple. You just go to Google. You go to Thomas Register. You just do a search. It's very easy to validate your market. You can go to websites like Word Tracker, Overture. If you do the old keyword search. One thing that I like to do market research is if I have an idea, I'll go down to the bookstore. I'll see what hardcover books there are on the topic. I'll go back and look at the magazine racks. Do you ever do that? You go back and look at all those magazines to see if there's a market for what you're thinking of. If you've got a great idea for a dog trick book, pets is a very hot market, I can tell you that. But if you go to the magazine store and you see there's a dozen magazines on dogs and cats, guess what? Market validation. It tells you there's a market there. Here is the secret to success. And the day that I understood this was the day that my business turned around. I used to be an incredibly selfish person. When you grow up dirt poor and you have to pretty much fight for everything you have, you don't want to share it. I'd have let my little brother starve. Of course, he's bigger than me now. If I want him to know that, I'll tell him myself, okay? But here's the thing. When I started my business, it was all about me. Me. What can you do for me? I never thought, what can I do for you? Never didn't occur to me. What can you do for me? I'm Tim Knox. What can you do for me? Well, the day that I understood this principle is the day my business changed. You succeed by giving people what they want or need, not by giving them what you think they want or need. I would create a product, and if it didn't sell, I'd go, well, those people are stupid. They don't know what a great product this is. They're idiots. Well, guess what? I created a product nobody wanted. And everything that I talk about up here, believe me, I've done it. I have made every mistake in the book. And then some we can't talk about in mixed company. But this is what you think about when you're doing market research, okay? You succeed by giving them what they want or need, not by trying to sell them what you want to sell them. Yes? Everybody good?